Alright, shift is over. Trying to shield you from the wind. I'm on the roof. Interesting day. Ton of people for the Sunday tournament. So, the Sunday tournament runs all year. It doesn't have the same guarantee. All year, even when the summer series is not going on, it's still on Sunday. It's the same buy-in. It has the same title. Different buy-in, much smaller buy-in the rest of the year. So it's a huge guarantee. I don't even know what it is. We've been getting over 600 people for it. I just left the building. There were 660 entries with 7 minutes left of registration. So 12 levels have been played, 45-minute dinner break. There's 7 minutes left of those 45 minutes. And that doesn't count. So don't just multiply 660 times, you know, the buy-in. Add-ons. A $100 add-on gets you 25,000 chips. A lot of people add on. You know, I get to a new table and I look down in the rack and there's just like more cash than I could count just by looking at it. So many people have added on the $100 add-on for the 25,000 chips. So huge prize pool. I don't know what it is exactly because they got to count the add-ons. So yeah, so it was so busy they were calling dealers in. So I dealt 12 downs in a row, no break. And then it took so long for the push to go through when I was on a break table. I had like no time for the break anyway. I did go downstairs and eat something and got back up, but I mean, I barely had time. So then I dealt one more down, and then the tournament was about to go on dinner break. It's awesome dealing during dinner break because you're not actually dealing. You sit there for 45 minutes, get credit for the downs, you get paid for the downs, even though you're not actually doing anything. So that was about to happen. I dealt the last hand at my table before dinner break. I got pushed and then I was out. So didn't get to sit there for 45 minutes and get credit for 2 downs for only dealing like 10 hands or so. Like 45 minutes of dinner break, 15 minutes of actual dealing. That would cover 2 downs, and that would only be about, you know, 10 hands the table gets to see. So that would be it's a nice hour. You get paid your wage, you get paid for 2 downs, and you only deal for like 15 minutes of the 60. But I am out, which I am fine with because yesterday was a long day. Went to sleep late, woke up early. Tomorrow I am off technically. I'm gonna go in. Tuesday also, same thing. Hopefully same as last week. By end of day Tuesday, hopefully I'm past 40 hours. And my final 2 days of the week are all overtime pay. That's gonna be the plan every week, I guess. Anything interesting happened? A woman came up to the table. Yeah, so the tournament clock paused, and I don't know why. It was paused for like 15 minutes, and we all just stopped. And never heard what the reason was, but while we were on this like impromptu break, a woman came up to the table and was talking to the guy in the one seat, and she said something like, they just keep hitting 1-outers on me. Like the way she said it, you would think, you know, it happened like 20 times. My guess is it probably happened like once. So that was fairly entertaining. Shout outs. Lefty Chris was in the house. He used to deal at Bally's, and for everyone who faints when I say Bally's, when he worked there it was called Bally's. He was there, he's still in. The guy at my first table in seat 4 in the Dodgers hat, didn't catch his name, but he watches the videos. Also a guy later during my tenure today, he won a hand and said thanks Nomad. So I guess he watches the videos, even though the first thing he said to me, the first hand I dealt at that table, he thought I incorrectly made the main pot and the side pot. Other people came up to me. The guy, when I was getting that first table ready, he wasn't playing at the table, but he walked by. And there's definitely people I'm forgetting. I think like 1 or 2 days. No one came up to me, but most days a handful of people are. That's awesome. Nice to meet everybody. Yeah, long stretch of just no limit. Tuesday I go in at 6. At 4 o'clock is a PLO 8 tournament, which is probably going to be my least favorite thing to deal. For one, you always have to be ready to calculate pot, and for 2, you need to be splitting the pot as the hand goes along. I don't love doing either of those things, but it starts at 4. That starts at 4, a shift comes in at 4, I'm gonna go in at 6. So it's quite likely, I don't know, I'd say more than 50% likely, like a lot more than 50% likely I don't deal that. Although a PLO 8 / Big O tournament is coming up on a day that I'm pretty sure I will be scheduled. Those are really annoying games. Big O is 5 cards. It's Omaha. Everyone's dealt 5 cards, not 4. And it's a split pot game. There's a high and there's a low. So everyone has 5 cards, not 4. When they show down, it's just more confusing trying to read the low hands, which I'm already not great at. That's coming up. There is a Raz coming up, which I will gladly take the money for what they pay for Raz downs. I think it's easier than dealing no limit, because it's like, I don't know, fixed limit, single pot game. I don't know, it's just very simple to me, but we get paid more than no limit. And yeah, anyone get mad at me today? No, I don't think so. Bunch of people in the Omaha 8 last week did. No one that I remember in the no limit got mad at me. Yeah, I think that's about it. So I am gonna drive back to the Airbnb, and even though I brought my camera in that cooler with the ice, it's too windy to film outside, but I tried to get you some scenery, and now the sun is setting, and I think that's gonna be a wrap. Today's Sunday, third Sunday. The first day was a Sunday, today's the third Sunday, so this is day 15 of 50. 30% of the series here at Orleans is over, and I guess that's it. And remember, rice is a spoon food.